Hey everybody, Sean here from Somm Wine Club, and I have got Somm wine for you. This is the Artisans de Vignerons de Naoussa 2017 Xinomavro. This is coming from the region of Naoussa in Macedonia in northern Greece, part of the September 2022 Somm Wine Club box. Now, Artisan Vigneron de Naoussa is a cooperative producer, which means it is a bunch of small growers that contribute their land, their vineyards, to the cooperative wine production of the estate of the company. So, based in Naoussa, which is the heartland of the Xinomavro grape, which is one of Greece's dominant red varieties. I think maybe their most interesting red variety for sure. It is not an easy grape to pronounce, as you can probably read. It starts with an X, but it's pronounced like Ksee, Xinomavro. Uh, Took me a little while to get the pronunciation on some of the Greek varieties, but once you get them, it's not actually that hard. You just have to skip a few letters. So, in this area, it is a hot continental climate. They are in the shadow of the mountains in northern Greece, basically growing on limestone bedrock with some granite and schist kind of subsoils, but that limestone base really gives a lot of structure to these wines. There's a couple of different tiers of Xinomavro that can be produced in Naoussa. There's Reserve and Grand Reserve, which have varying levels of age. This is just the basic Xinomavro, so no long mandated oak aging. So this is really about kind of vibrancy and freshness in the fruit. All of the growers that are part of the cooperative are farming organically, certified, and are either using biodynamic principles or are also biodynamically certified. So there is a great deal of care and attention that goes into the wines that are being produced. I know that sometimes cooperative winemaking has an association of lesser quality or of regions that don't have the prestige or the kind of, I don't know, importance of having an estate label. But when you have kind of concerned growers like this that are putting together their efforts into creating wines that are representative of the region, I think that a cooperative is a great thing for this area. Xinomavro is not really like any other variety. I think you may have tasted. It has super high acidity and freshness, but it has really like deeply colored skins. So if you actually like go in there and agitate that fermentation when it's being made, you can actually extract quite a bit of color from these grapes. They haven't done that in this case. This is left kind of to ferment without major agitation, so it is fairly elegant and pale in color. They've kept the alcohol at a moderate 13.5, I think, 13 even, which again, for a region that has the heat and kind of this continental climate, that's really quite impressive. Lots of like beautiful, like tangy, tart red fruit. There's like pomegranate, red cherry, red raspberry. There's a like a sweetness to the fruit here, not from sugar itself, but from the ripeness and the flavor development in the grapes. Oh, that's delicious. There's a touch of kind of stemmy fruit character, like think about like bramble fruit where you get like a bundle and you get like the smell of the stems and the leaves along with the fruit, like picking fresh raspberries. There's a ton of mineral character here, like crushed stones, almost chalky in texture. Like I said, there's a fair bit of tannin. Your mouth will have this kind of subtle drying effect, but it's not so much that the wine's like, oh my god, I need food right away. This is still extremely drinkable and refreshing. It has enough substance and enough power to stand up to something rich, but is also fresh and vibrant and easy drinking enough that you could drink this on its own. and just kind of take a second and explore some of the kind of uniqueness of these native varieties of Greece. I think that wine is one of the most fascinating ways to explore culture, and there is so much culture, so much history, so much interesting background to the winemaking of Greece that I can't wait to sit down with this bottle and kind of go through some of the history of the region. It was pretty much wiped out by phylloxera in the 1930s, which was the vine louse that migrated from North America back to Europe with settlers and basically destroyed most of the European vines. And then it was rebuilt and renewed in the 1960s and 1970s. So they've taken very old traditions in a very old and traditional place, and they have reinvigorated it and brought it back to life and given it new energy and new purpose. And I think that's a fantastic contrast to kind of, like I said, the historical significance of Greece as a wine producing country. So let's explore some Greek food. Like, go and find some lamb souvlaki, or do some kind of moussaka, which is like almost like a lasagna made with like ground meat and potatoes and then like baked in the oven. So much fun that you can have with this. All kinds of vegetables, a little bit of char, a little bit of that flame grill. I didn't put enough in my glass because that's delicious. I'm excited. I am really thrilled that I'm able to share some fantastic Greek wine with everybody as part of the Wine Club box this month. So if you are interested, go out and check out a bottle for yourself. And if you want to continue discovering cool wines like this with me, shoot us a message, and we'll see you in our wine adventure. That's all I have for you today. Thanks very much. We'll see you next time.